Hi everyone, it's Becky from Northern Star Guidance and welcome to the weekly energy forecast for the week commencing Monday the 18th of January. It took some practice to remember the 18th. Right, I have cut the whole shuffling palaver out. I hope you trust that I have shuffled and got these cards out. I want to keep it on my social media. I don't want to have to upload to YouTube and then link yous to it. It's much easier if I can just do the reading here, so it just cuts down the time a lot. So the frequency cards I've got out. So I'll take this now from spirit for the week. So we've got earth, air, fire, water, and the energy of spirit, the collective, the energy, the source, whatever you want to correlate that with. But we got the frequency of coherence, supports our ability to harmonise the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. So already feeling very chariot energy there, with head and heart being in coherence with each other, in communication with each other. And belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth, based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So I was very drawn to use Dreams of Gaia, which is interesting because I'd literally just packed it away last week when I was sorting my workspace out, because I just don't use it very often. But I just had the image in my head of one particular card, and would you believe it, it's the very first card that came up. Because I was just thinking about, like, last week was quite heavy energy, quite dense, and there was a whole lot of change, and it just feels like I'm hoping this week is like the calm after the storm. And when I was setting up for this week, I just had this image in my head of meditation and the chakras, and lo and behold, it's the card that's come out. So I'll just turn them all over. For earth energy, we've got the Seven of Earth. Air energy, desire, which I noticed we've got Capricorn popping up in there. And then for fire energy, we've got two cards out, King of Fire and Self. And for water, we've got Faith. So I'm going to just open with a statement, and I'm going to come to this kind of towards the end, because that's just how I feel it reads. Because if I start with that, it's going to be like, right, okay. And then go into I feel like this is all the dream bit, and this is the grounding it in reality. But already with desire, self, faith coming up, and then we've got belief as one of our frequency cards. I feel like this is very much a week of believing in ourselves, of reconnecting with ourselves. Look, we've got another meditation pose here as well. But there's this sense of finding our confidence to reach our desires, faith in self, to reach and achieve what we want to achieve. This is like the most basic, and it seems very straightforward too. And then I'll come to this one last, because this is all about grounding our energy, bringing our dreams and desires into reality, and also being realistic about what we can achieve. It also talks, I had to have a read up on this card because they are beautiful, beautiful cards, and I read them intuitively because the book's like this, and I learn by doing. So I'm sure one day I will hit that book and I will read all the way through it. Sorry, just had to pause there. Just to apologise for any background noise. We've got kitchen works going on and a full house during lockdown. So, do apologise. Right, yeah, so this is all about grounding your energy, getting out there with nature, reconnecting with nature, with community. And then, I mean, air is our thoughts. So what is it? What is it that you're aiming for now? And I feel like we're over the festive period now. And a lot of us will be coming to that, okay, where am I going? I think especially after the year that we've had, where am I going now? Seems to be a whole lot of soul searching going on, and finding that clarity and that coherence of bringing your heart and mind into alignment with each other. Because the King of Fire, which is the King of Wands, he's a very self-confident person, isn't he? I love that he's come out with self. And if you want, I mean, what do kings have to do? They have to be confident. They have to be unwavering. And underneath, they could be scared. It could be taking risks and pushing yourself into spaces that you're not familiar with. I feel like with emotions, it's just with water energy, which is our emotions, it's having that faith that you will come through. Just get some clarifiers out. Where's that? That was perfect timing, that, wasn't it? Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is all about having a new mindset, new take on things. So this is bringing that. It feels a bit like practice what you preach. That's kind of how it's feeling. It's okay saying all these things, but are you going to do them? Because I feel like with desire, there's a potential for something amazing to grow from this new mindset. And whether it's personal growth, whether it's growing a project, this is very creative. But it's that spark in the mind first. Funny that we've got the Eight of Cups on the bottom there. I don't know if anyone else is feeling it, but I'm feeling massive shifts. I feel like everything over the last few weeks has sort of crumbled down a little, and other people I've spoke to have been feeling the same thing. Like, it's like restructuring our lives, our mindset, our goals, how we perceive ourselves, the world, and the world and everything at large. Desire. There we go. And we get the Moon. I'm feeling a lot of integration going on here as well. It's like looking at the core of what it is you desire. Why do you desire that thing? Something I say in relationship readings is when someone's asking if this person likes them or if this person's going to get back with them. And usually it'll come up anyway in the energy, but I'll say just strip it back, remove that person. What is it you desire? What is the actual goal that isn't attached to a person or an object or a job or a specific thing? What is the emotion that you're trying to get from it? I feel like with the Moon coming up with desire, this is sort of going into those depths and those shadows and those reasons. So something I've not really talked about is I took a lot of time away from Northern Star Guidance while I tried to go into coaching. And it was such a strange series of events that led me down that path. And what started out as, I'm going to do a meditation program for self-empowerment and people discovering themselves, and I'll release it as an audiobook or as a program, suddenly become a drive to work with people one-to-one, to be in a better financial position as well. And like, I started realizing that I was just getting so stressed out about it all. I missed sitting here, I missed doing the tarot, I missed bringing the weekly messages. And I felt like the more I was trying to stretch myself into this position of being a coach, the more I felt like I was coming away from my initial dream and desire. And I'm getting that feeling here. It's feeling like coming back to yourself, coming back to that first drive. So if you remember, I posted before Christmas that I was going to come back in the new year, and I took that time. I just took time away. I went out in nature. I took a couple of nights away at a hotel in my own city. Really recommend doing it if you can, especially obviously after lockdown. But if you've been in lockdown with a busy household, it was nice having 2 days with my own space. And it was a temporary space as well, so I had no items there was no housework, no connection to anything in my responsibilities. So I was able to literally just meditate. I did some drumming. It was beautiful. It really was, but it reconnected me with what my desire was. What do I want to do with Northern Star? I want to help people. How do I want to help people? I want to help people progress personally. I want to help them grow and reach their full potentials and find happiness in their lives. I also want to help people through their transitions, because it's in those moments of darkness that we really need that support. And it's how tarot has been for me. When I've been in my darkest places, I turn to other readers. I read for myself, because for me it just brings me that clarity and lets me see things from a different perspective. It's the zoom out, isn't it, where you can look down on your life and go, right, okay. And then it just gives you a bit more drive to go the way, to change things, a bit more empowerment, I should say, sorry. So I'm feeling like that. There's a need to strip back to the core of what your desire is. This is going inside and discovering the core of your dreams and your hopes and how you want your life to be. And then having the faith in yourself, having the faith in the universe to bring you the stuff that you need as and when you need it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And this is why I'm feeling these two have come up. The I can't card, but I can't do that. And this is what dampens our fire, isn't it? It's when we start thinking of all the things that can go wrong with that dream, with that hope, with that desire. And this is why we've got the King of Fire and Self. It's like having that faith that you can do this, you can achieve this, you can have that lovely Leo energy of certainty in yourself. Always obviously allow room for flexibility and be honest with yourself, be grounded in what is accomplishable and achievable. But know that you can do this, you can shape your reality. This is what belief is out there for. Our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. Get another one for that. Well, another one, not another 6, please. And how do we deal with that 8 of Swords? How do we release the 8 of Swords? Kind of feel like that's what that moon energy is there for. Because even though this is coming up in fire, it is an air card. And this is linking to that moon. This is linking into that moon. I'm coming up to 15 minutes anyway. After all that effort. This is linking into that moon energy of going inside and finding out where these fears are coming from. Let's see, water. I'm feeling you. Oh, 5 of Cups. Look who's there, the Lovers. This is kind of like, it feels like pulling yourself up, dusting yourself off after going through some emotional shit, basically. Faith is like, come on, everything's going to be all right. It's got a very there sort of feel. Just trust that everything's going to be okay. No matter what it is. Oh God, we've got the 2 of Cups under there as well. I know I've just pointed out the Lovers because that was the card underneath this, and then we've got the 2 of Cups underneath. I mean, if this is about connection and connecting with other people or another person, this feels a bit like licking wounds after there's been some turbulence in that. But I'm feeling heavily a need to reconnect with yourself. And what is the core value and purpose that is driving you at the moment? And is your head and heart on board? Oh, way too many, way too many, way too many. They all flipped up though. There you go, Knight of Swords. See, I'm very drawn to his face. It's like going charging in and then feeling a bit regretful afterwards. And that's why there's this need to reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your core values, your core desires. What are you trying to achieve? And then are you acting in alignment with that? Very interesting. Let's see. You get the enchanted map. In fact, no, I'm not at all. Really wanted to use one of these. Oh, I felt something there, but it's not coming out. I hate shuffling these cards. They're so big. I have fairly big hands, but... The advice for this week ahead. Collective. Oh, spread. There we go. Divine will, let go of fear. What is that? Let go. There's an element of surrender here. Okay, number 12. Love this book. Full colour. So I'll start with the affirmation. Oh, it says, trust the path, let go of fear. Trust, have faith. And the affirmation is, I let go of control and surrender to divine synchronicity. Accepting that there is a divine path for every human being, divine will is the process of our human experience to this unique blueprint. Every culture and religion has a narrative of their creator or personal God and their relationship with the human soul or spirit. That an overall plan exists for the outcome of humanity and each individual is a concept of this belief. While divine will is the concept that there is a divine universal plan for us all, it still acknowledges that people have free will and the potential to make choices that lead us down this path. In essence, surrendering to divine will allow you to remove self-blocking patterns and tendencies that lead away from your true divine purpose here on earth. Currently, you're being asked to stop. Stop trying to force a door open. Your resistance will continue to make distance between you and your desired outcome. The overall picture is much bigger than you can see right now. Trust in your unique path and that you are exactly where you need to be, right here, right now. Surrendering to the universe and to divine will is removing the internal fight of being in control of every possible situation, issue, and scenario that may or may not eventuate. When you stop and surrender, you can live freely, having a new sense of freedom in letting go of the events or circumstances that you simply cannot control. Everything will always be received in divine timing. Sometimes we can work so hard at achieving a goal or outcome, it can be marred by setback after setback. This does not mean that you will not receive success, more that you need to adjust and be open to a new approach to receive the outcome or resolution you desire. You may need to acknowledge, however, that the door isn't ready yet, or it is physically not meant to be opened by you. And the shadow aspect of that is being unwilling to make a decision, fantasism, avoiding responsibility. So, I mean, this is why this is coming up, isn't it? This grounding, needing to ground your ideas in reality of what is achievable. And I kind of feel like, I mean, this meditation and going out in nature, a walk in nature to me is like one of the most mindful things that you can do. It's a brilliant way of just surrendering, basically. Just listening and absorbing the environment and being a part of the environment. It opens up thoughts, ideas, it clears everything. It makes you feel just settled. I think settled is the right word. It stops this happening. But yeah, I mean, this talks a lot about having a strong connection to source. It's like saying just relax. You can't control everything. About have faith that you'll come through. Okay, please let me know how that resonates and how you get on this week, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.